Expert mode is upon us in LEGO Fortnite, and these are my first 10 hours in the game. And spoiler alert, we definitely used the return totem. And another spoiler alert, triggerfish mildly helpful. But we're gonna get to the point where we got a couple aircraft and start a mega build, because that is exactly the type of ambition that we're bringing to expert mode. So we just hop right in, get our totem from triggerfish, and fight a storm wolf? I guess. Not exactly how I wanted to start off my game. We got pressed right away. Thank goodness Bravara and triggerfish are on it though, right? Now I can be reckless, but I'm not gonna be dumb in this playthrough because I want to bring you guys some awesome content. So we went to the rebel base to get a lightsaber immediately. I'm ready to play expert mode, okay? I survived the trenches of Ark by myself, and nothing is going to stop me playing this game and creating some awesome content. So what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna jump into a brute fight right away like I thought I was going to. I got so bold-headed, but I backed off so quickly the second I loaded into this world, and for good reason. You're scared. The second you start, you don't want to be wasting your time. It really is something once you get past those first couple of stages. So making sure like I'm paying attention to little things like starvation and temperature are most important to me, and if I'm doing that, then my ADHD brain is definitely paying great attention to the large detail as well. This guarantees me, or almost guarantees me, the longest possible experience within this one world. And I say that knowing clearly that I could die the second I hop on after recording this, but that doesn't matter. It's out of my control. You know what else is out of my control? What villager we get first. Luckily for me, we got Meowskulls, and so we are going to take Meowskulls out on an adventure immediately to go fight some crabs. We got to upgrade our bench back at the rebel base. We've got to make upgrades to our gear. So we went and found a crab right away, and it actually ended up being one of the storm crabs. Luckily, the shield method works really well. Cut him up, cut him up! After fighting a storm crab, I felt so much confidence for some reason. I immediately pulled up on some stormtroopers and some of these Imperial officers. I could have sworn I was taking them on. It did not go the way I hoped, and we ended up experiencing our first return of the game. Ah! Already cooked. We're gonna have to be better if we're gonna survive and save this world. Otherwise, we'll be restarting, chat. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. So now we're totemless, vulnerable, and exposed. So I'm just gonna go around and kill crabs as I see them. Hopefully get enough storm variants, because these are the easiest ones to kill in the game in terms of storm creatures. Well, next to spiders. So spiders are pretty easy as well. But I didn't really want to fight the wolves because I was so scared of getting one hit with only 3 hearts. I'm a little bit worried of restarting. I'm not like totally concerned because I have some low level equipment, but I do want to be able to do this on my first playthrough. So I was extremely stressed on the live, fighting some of these creatures, taking them on alone once Meowskulls had died on me. So I mean, if I had to rate how stressful and difficult this was on a scale of 1 to 10, I would honestly have to put it at about a 6 or 7. It was mildly difficult, but extremely stressful when you take into consideration some of the work that you're putting in. And then when you don't have a totem on you, everything you do is magnified tenfold. It's absolutely terrifying. But I did end up getting another totem. We ended up leveling up our gear. We got to the point where we could put essence on our crossbow, and with a triple damage blue crossbow, we were feeling confident enough to go kill our first brute. We've got some arrows. Should be able to do a lot of the heavy lifting. 19 damage. Meowskulls charged into battle and did not last long, but he did last one more hit than I gave him credit for. So kudos to Meowskulls, putting in the work, helping me out on my playthrough. With the defeat of the first brute marked a new age inside of the world. It meant that we could upgrade our bench all the way. We are now going to make bigger and better tools, and we needed to make some bigger resource runs. So the first thing that we had to do was create a plane to get around the map, or at least the Star Wars end of the map. And for this area, we went ahead with the free to play jet. And if you haven't seen that video and you want to know how to make it, go check it out after the video so that you can also make yourself a fast flyer inside of expert mode. Once we got it up and running, it was straight into takeoff. Yes! Flying beautifully as always. This version looked slightly different than all the other jets that I've made, but I still love it as usual. They all have their own flavor and their own style, and that's what makes each jet unique. Now that I've got the jet, our first order of business is going to get some frost pine. And while we're over here getting frost pine, we came into contact with our first ever frost wolves and storm frost wolves. And I gotta say, these were a lot easier than I thought they'd be. So we took our spoils of war back to the base, made our frost pine rod, and with that we were able to craft our first epic pickaxe. With the epic pickaxe and all this epic loot, I was feeling pretty confident, so just kidding, we actually went to the rebel cave. I just needed some bright core from that desert cave. So we're back on the mainland because we need to find a spot for our first base. Now, it's not going to be a regular base. It's obviously going to be a mega build. And in order to find a good spot, we're going to need a flyer. And that's exactly what we did. So on the other side of the cave, we've got the free to play jet. And on this side, we've crafted the Moise Isley Aang glider. If you haven't seen that tutorial, go check it out because I'm not going to show you the entire process. I'm going to show you some key moments and we're going to take off because we need to go find ourselves a spot for a base. And it honestly, it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. It took me actually 30 seconds. I flew 5 feet and found a spot. And now, you know, we just get straight into building. I have got epic tools. I've got a means of replicating epic tools. And all I need to do is get wood and granite and I can build just about anything. So I went ahead and started a project. I don't know what this is gonna be. I just know that I wanted to start building something big. I know that there's gonna be an airport here. Probably throw one of those free-to-play ones down immediately, so we'll have a video coming out about that. But yeah, this is gonna be the site of the first ever expert mode mega build in Lego Fortnite. So if you guys are excited about the content and you want to see more, make sure you stay tuned because we've got plenty of expert mode to come. I can't believe we still are here. I legitimately thought I would only last 30 minutes, but hey, we made it through 10 hours of expert mode. Let me know down below how far you've made it, what's the greatest thing you've done so far, and what's the scariest mob you faced in this new game mode. I hope you guys are excited for more videos and more content like this. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.